Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to Taimanin Squad. It is indeed the time for summer events in pretty much every gacha game out there. I mean, Fake Grand Order's about to release one. We just got this one here, and pretty much it's how things go in the gacha world. So, these three units right here, Rinko, Shizui, and Shizui, I think that's what her name. But anyway, I just took a look at them. They're pretty interesting. I do believe Hisui over here will be the free-to-play the event reward. Rinko is the obviously the banner, and Hisui I think will be the 4-star that you can get from the event for free, so you can actually stack up her copies. So without further ado, let's get in and see what they're about, shall we? So here we are in the database, and let's take a look at the 3 summer units along with Rose Varja, who also showed up in a brand new pickup package. So let's see. First, Hisui. What do we have here? We have a agility offensive type. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look-see. Let's see, basically that taunts the target at 10% chance. Okay, is she a tank of some sort? Let's see, skill 2. To attack an enemy 3 times, gains counterattack after the attack. Interesting. Give me a second. Okay, so that's interesting right there. And now let's see. Attack the enemy damage is increased in proportion to HP lost. Okay, removes protective shield. Is protective shield the most damage equal to the effect? Okay, so this is a normal shield before the attack. If the character's HP is lower than 50%, crit rate and crit damage are increased by a significant amount. Interesting, very interesting. And if the character has counterattack buff, increases damage by 10%. Always active. And if the character is defeated by a direct attack from an enemy, revives to 5% of max HP and becomes immortal with a 7-turn cooldown. Now this part is important. Direct attack. So AoE attacks will still take her down. So interesting. So she is a counterattack focused unit, considering how the first arena tower is going along, where counterattacks were extremely strong. She might be a very good unit for the arena. Now, weapons. Let's see, this changes her basic attack to taunts all enemies at 5% chance. There's no way to increase this, so I'm not sure you would want this, but perhaps in arena, the off chance that you taunt multiple might be worth it. And this as for her ultimate, I believe. Instead of removing protective shield, it now removes shield, which is the one that completely negates the damage from a hit. And I believe everything else stays the same. Yes, okay, so Hisui, a counterattack focused DPS. Also, her swimsuit is quite conservative by the standards of the franchise. I don't think hair is supposed to behave like that, but hey, whatever. Moving along, next we have Rinko. I do believe she is the 5-star for the pickup banner. She is a technique offensive type, no surprises there. So let us see. Basic attack. If the target hit has HP below 60%, ignores 50% of defense, pretty decent. Let's see, attacks 5 times, very good. Damage is increased by 2% of the target's lost HP when attacking. This is extremely strong, especially against PvE bosses that have really high attack. You saw that in my other video where I use Aki to deal massive amount of damage to the ogres. And then if the target's HP is below 40%, increases crit damage. Okay, so this is clearly a finisher. Ultimate attacks all enemies. Damage is increased by 10.5% of the target's lost HP when attacking. Another finisher. Okay, we have an absolute menace in arena and a very strong unit for PvE modes. If the target HP is below 50%, fills the turn gauge 515 at a quarter chance. Okay, she had some type of weakness. And 541 attack and base. Very interesting. The fact that she's still wearing pieces of armor. Very interesting. Anyway, her weapons. This is her basic attack. And instead of ignoring defense, and now it has a shield penetrate attack. Just like... I can't remember her name. And this is for her second attack. And this one removes protective shield instead of increasing the crit damage. So this version is against arena, against enemies that put up shields, okay? So a very strong unit, might be worth pulling for her. But now let's look at the 4-star, which is, here we go, Shizuru. Okay, very lacking in the clothing department, but let us take a look. Attacks 4 times, always good to remove protective shields. Recovers the HP of the lowest attack by 6%, possibly going all the way to 36%. Very decent. Targets hit are inflicted by confusion at 20% chance. Chance can go up to all the way to 40%, very good. And if the target is a technique type, its chance increases by 15%. Very strong for 1 turn. And grants 35% crit rate for all allies. That can go up to 65% chance, so I do believe this is by far her best skill. And ultimate. Removes 1 random debuff from all allies after the attack. Okay, and if the ally doesn't have any debuffs, grants 20% power up, which reduces damage taken by that percent. A very strong support unit. Now let's see, this is for her ultimate, I believe, and it switches from removes 1 random buff from all enemies after the attack. And it switches to the enemy being inflicted with weakened. So depending on what your team, you might want to switch with this weapon. And this is the event weapon, so you will be able to choose it if you want to or not. And this is for her passive. At the end of each side's turn, grants shield equal to 10% of the character's max HP, and if there's an enemy afflicted with confusion, shield for 12%. Yeah. Okay, pretty interesting. Very faint leafy whip there. But now we have 1 more unit for a step up package, and Rose Varja. Not sure who she is, but she seems interesting. So let's take a look. Stabs enemy 4 times, always good to have multiple hits. Damage is increased equal to 1% of the target's max HP. Clearly designed to hit bosses in PvE content. If you hit the ogres in the first 10 floors of the arena who have 250k HP, this increases the damage by 2,500 for each hit. Not too bad for a basic skill. Hits 4 times, target hit is inflicted with sleep at 20% chance, and if the target is a boss, okay, so she can sleep bosses. Interesting. We're gonna have to take a look at the what's it called? The bosses that give you the rewards to see if they're actually vulnerable to that. And then inflicts defense down at 90% chance. If the target is a boss, inflicts 60% defense down at 90% chance. Okay, this is clearly an anti-boss thing. 3-turn cooldown, the debuff lasts 2 turns. This is pretty crazy. But sleep, cancelled upon receiving a direct damage. Interesting. Okay, this is clearly so that you hit the boss and take out the minions before the boss can act. Very, very strong. Ultimate. Damage is increased by 45% for each debuff the target has. The effect is applies up to 5 stacks. Interesting. So if you combine it with this, that is a 90% damage increase right off the bat. And then passive, when attacking a balance type, she deals and reduces damage taken. Interesting, so she is an anti-balance balance type. Very curious. Increases the crit rate of all balance type by 10%. Oh dear, so she is the final piece of the balance teams in arenas. Ooh, she is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. But weapons. This is for her basic attack, I believe. No, this is for her second ability. And it switches to Feint and Weaken. Feint makes them lose a turn and isn't removed by damage, and Weaken increases the damage they take, so pretty decent. Weapon number 2. This is for her basic attack, and it switches to 1.5% of target's lost HP, so it turns her into a finisher. I don't think you need either of her weapons, but she is a very strong character, both in arena and in PvE content. But we are not done yet. Oh, login rewards. But before we get into that, we have an event store to buy, special event shop. Let's buy this. There we go. Let's equip that by going over here. Background. Oh, what is this? Gyro and voice lines. I don't have any swimsuit units yet, so let's put this, and let's put Yukikaze, and who else do we have? We had another school unit. Let's put Mari, and let's put her there. And what is Gyro. What is that? Oh, we can drag around the screen. Oh, okay, that's new. Interesting, but anyway, we have actually patch notes here that we need to talk about right over here. Now, this is interesting right here. The event tickets, remaining event tickets can be used in the next event. So if you're not interested in leveling up Shizuru's skills to the max, you can just save out all the tickets once you get the basic one and really save them up for the next event, because I do believe the next event will be kimonos. It is August, which is the time for summer festivals. So that is what I believe is going to happen. So if you're not interested in leveling her up, you can definitely save the tickets for the next one, which I do believe will be a kimono Yukikaze. So definitely something I'm considering doing here. Moving on, pickup gacha. Hisui and Shizuru are now available in the limited pickup. Interesting. So we're getting Rinko for free, not Shizuru. Okay. Very interesting. So Rinko is free for everybody. Amazing. Are guaranteed on 100%. The Rikugas will persist even if the pickup changes. Now, this assumes you do not get Hisui. If you get one copy of Hisui, this will reset on the next banner, as I discovered recently. Will not be added to the special recruiter premium recruit list. A pickup package limited to one per account will also be able during the pickup. Interesting. We'll go take a look at that later. Step up X package. This is something added recently. Special recruit Rare Reaper and Death Knight to assemble. These are part of the main story that they just added. New chapter, obviously, and it has defense, 30 defense on round start. Interesting. A recommend features now available on main story, challenge mode, extermination, and special ops. You can check the recommended character information that helps clear the corresponding stage effectively, and you can also deploy the recommended team. Interesting. This lets you buy everything in the gold exchange post immediately. Good. Oh, this is important here. A feature that allows reporting opponents from your defense records who are suspected of noble activities has been added. The report button is displayed on the bottom left of your opponent profile who attacked your defense team. The report button is only activated for records that have been initially filtered by the game's suspected users. Interesting. So if you lost to a team that is, say, 100 power below you, you can now report them so they get a closer look at. Very good. In-game changes. Character filter feature adjustments, buffs, debuffs, and skill effects have been added to character filter categories. Very nice. Arena-related option coverage expand. Improve the system so that arena-exclusive aura effects and arena set options, debuff, are now also applied in Arena Tower. Interesting. So they didn't used to apply, so now they do. Oh, interesting. I think I remember the last patch notes that it was active. It just wasn't being shown, but anyway, good to know. Spectating race expanded. You can now spectate the battle records of the top 10 players in the overall Arena Tower rankings. Additionally, an update has been implemented, allowing you to spectate the battle records of tower ranking players at every 10th floor interval. That way you can basically see what they did and copy their team. I still am not past floor 10. I don't have a 6-star yet. Weakness exposure accumulation rate increased. Weakness exposure now accumulates over 2 times faster than before based on your weakness debuff infliction rate. This is for Arena Tower. Sleep has been added to the weakness of Kalia, the boss of Arena Tower 450, and that's why Andros Varja is here. Crit resist now decreases enemies' critical damage as well as critical rate. Okay. So before it only reduced critical damage, now it makes you more susceptible to critical damage. So I think this makes Gosha Yukikaze a lot stronger. Boss's crit resistance has been reduced to compensate for the increased chance of crit rate and preventing excessive damage. Critical damage against boss has also been decreased. Okay, this is fine. Let's see, Emily Simmons skill revision that accurately reflected the effect, which is already functioning correctly. Oh, okay, interesting. So the damage resistance was a lot lower than initially mentioned. Okay, Hisui, which had already functioned properly when using a Symphony Strike, inflicts immobilize on 50% chance. So as a change, captains who crafted the weapon before July 9th scheduled maintenance have been refunded their reduced movements via the game box. Okay, that's nice. Let's see, Normal Asagi, reverse skill. At the end of each site's turn, whenever the turn character gains a buff during that turn, the turn gauge fills at 10%. Oh, okay, so it's not for every buff she gets, it's at the end of every turn. Okay, that is actually a big difference. Sanada Homura skill revision, explosive spear charge. Revise the skill description for improved clarity. Write the spear the spear to attack all enemies. Okay, yeah. Simple description there. Tactical membership extension retroactively applied. The tactical membership period extension due to the immersion measures held has been retroactively applied. Okay, so if you had the tactical membership, you got rewards that were skipped during that day. Improvements. Arena battle preparation screen to display the opponent's team speed. Super important in an arena especially. No more having to click on each individual character to see their speeds. Improve the character skill screen so that if a skill has been changed by a weapon, it displays the changed skill description. Nice. Where icons for arena exclusive RSUs were not displaying correctly. Where skill level effects of the arena defense teams were not being applied properly. Oh, interesting. Fixed an issue during arena battles where the evasion stat granted by core options was applied differently from what was displayed. Okay, that's on this one. Fixed an issue where Fuma Aiki's passive KO Death Splinter applied excessively higher values than stated when target's HP was below 50%. Okay. I did think she was hitting a lot harder than she should have. Applied excessively higher values than stated when the target's HP was below 50%. Okay, so that explains why she was hitting so freaking hard everywhere. But anyway, let's go take a look at these new arena changes they did. Let's see, do we have anybody here? No, everybody seems pretty decent. Nope. Well, we do have this problem here. They already pulled for the character and probably have them maxed out. Nothing I can do against these, but nobody seems to be flagged for the new reporting feature, so that's good. But if we go to matchmaking, we should be able to see their speed. Yeah, we can now see that she goes first, so this is a very important change here. And if we click here, let's see if we can find somebody with a modified skill by a weapon. Here we can see that this now has changed, so very good changes in arena. I really like that. Let's see, what else did they change? Let's see. There's something in the cash store. No, let's see, recruit package. Recruit banner, so it's them. That means we get Rinko for free. Very nice. And resource lab journey quest quotas inventory cash store daily package Perkins Gold Perkins Gas membership. Where is the step up package? Where is the step up package? It's not in the cash store. We were just here. Where is your step up package? It's in the limited. Oh, it's in the limited time. Okay, so if you want to unlock her, you need to spend a significant amount of coins here. This is 4,500, 4,050, 5,100, 550 coins is what you need in order to unlock Andros Varja. Give me 1 second while I figure out how much that is. Okay, so you need to purchase the $30 coin package in order to unlock her. Oh, because 2 of these is not enough. You are short 100 coins by 2 of these, so you have to purchase 2 of these and 1 of these. So $26, $27. So yeah, that. Now let's see, event rewards, event gacha. So yep, we get Rinko for free. And we have the standard rewards of special recruit tickets. And if we go over here, special recruit banner 2 should be weapon tickets. Yep, there they are. And it's the same thing down here. And banner 4, once again, weapon tickets. And then it just repeats with standard stuff until you get some of these and you get extra copies of Rinko. Now, since Rinko is the event unit, what would I recommend you level up with your copies? This is a pretty good skill because this increases just the damage but not the percentage. Her ultimate just increases the damage as well, and this just increases damage as well. Okay, just raw damage increases all over the board. So, but this right here, dealing damage based on the lost HP, this is the one I would level up first with any copies you get. Obviously after that you go with this. And we should get this weapon for free as well. So this is for her basic skill and shield penetrate instead of defense ignore. I do believe Shield Penetrate. I would not equip this generally, especially against bosses. Ignoring defense in later stages of fights is very strong. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you excuse me, I have a lot of farming to do during this event. I am not going to go as hard as I did for Summer Yukikaze as I have right here. I really went all out for her, getting, as you can see, 9 additional copies offered during her event. She was the free unit after all. And is it me, or is this a lot larger than it used to be? Am I imagining that? Anyway, later.